You're watching Reality Check. 5 days after the results, it appears that the Congress is on the edge of unraveling. From Madhya Pradesh to Rajasthan to Karnataka to Gujarat and beyond. In Madhya Pradesh, at least 3 cabinet ministers of the Kamal Nath government have demanded that Jyotiraditya Scindia be made the state Congress president, a position currently occupied by Kamal Nath. We spoke to one of the ministers, Govind Singh Rajput, and we'll be able to play you what Mr. Rajput said very shortly. We'll come to that in just a second. This is on the day when Mr. Kamal Nath was raided by, or his associates rather, were raided by income tax authorities. The income tax department's official statement says that the raids revealed the collection of unaccounted cash worth 280 crores, 20 crores of which was transferred to the headquarters of a major political party. The Indian Express reporting that the income tax department claims to have found evidence suggesting that the aides of Mr. Kamal Nath transferred crores of rupees to 11 Congress candidates in Madhya Pradesh. In Rajasthan, where again the Congress survives on a thin majority, a minister has resigned after the party's stunning 25-0 defeat. Several others have spoken out against Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. The BJP says several Congress MLAs are in touch with them.
कांग्रेस में काफ़ी उठापटक हो रही है, हलचल हो रही है। और हलचल में मुझे जैसे जानकारी डायरेक्ट मिला है, बसपा के विधायक तो दुखी हैं ही, कांग्रेस के भी 20-25 विधायक दुखी हैं, ऐसा जानकारी मिली है। लेकिन इस संबंध में सरकार बनाएंगे नहीं बनाएंगे या क्या करवट लेगी राजनीति, इस संबंध में मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी का अधिकृत प्रवक्ता नहीं हूँ, प्रांत का उपाध्यक्ष हूँ, मैं इतनी बात कह रहा हूँ।
In Karnataka, where the results have triggered fresh speculation on whether the alliance government may or may not survive, the Congress is planning to fly in its troubleshooter KC Venugopal for emergency meetings of the party to check a potential crisis. Remember though, this is the same Mr. Venugopal who had been strongly criticized by Congress leader Roshan Beg just a few days ago. Congress leaders in Karnataka, however, told NDTV's Maya Sharma that the coalition is safe for now.
Coalition government is very safe. Of course, there is some sort of aberrations, but we are safe. General Secretary Venugopal is coming tonight, late in the night. Tomorrow we have a meeting. He will definitely take stock of the election results, and we'll see, how to go about for the future.
The fire seems to have spread to Gujarat as well, where the leader of the opposition of the Congress party, of course, citing responsibility, has quit. Alpesh Thakur, who was earlier with the Congress, now turned dissenter, says many Congress MLAs are waiting to switch sides.
आप अब 3-4 एमएलए की बात कर रहे हैं, पर वेट कीजिए, मैं 15 से 17 एमएलए, 15 से ज्यादा एमएलए कांग्रेस छोड़ रहे हैं, और आप किसी को भी आप डाउट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हर कोई परेशान है.
All right, so is the Congress on edge, and is the BJP contributing to the sense of instability and sense of crisis, or is this very much the Congress's own crisis, its own house in disorder, which it needs to settle? Joining us tonight on the show, we have Vivek Tankha, who's a senior Congress leader from Madhya Pradesh, joining us, as well as Aarti Jared, of course, analyst, commentator. Great to have her as always. KC Tyagi is with us, senior leader of the JDU, and Avi Singh, lawyer, here is with us as well. Let me just start with you, Aarti. Now, of course, we knew that this was going to happen, but at this pace?
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew that it was going to happen almost as immediately as the elections were over and the results were going to be in the BJP's favor. And it's not surprising. I mean, if you look at the Congress's history, every time they've suffered an election debacle, whether it was in 1967 or in 1977, the Congress has actually split after that.
Right.
So I'm not surprised that the Congress is unraveling now. And, I can see, of course, there's not much left of the Congress to split. At that time, the Congress was a much bigger party,
yes,
it had many.
Start splitting.
Yeah. So there's not much left for the Congress to split. But yes, I mean, I'm not surprised that this is happening. And, I mean, I guess the BJP is very happy about it. I mean, the BJP doesn't need to do very much. Frankly, I think these are just internal, these are implosions.
Would you agree with that, Vivek Tankha, that this is really a crisis of your own making? Because you could also turn around and argue, as some of your leaders are, that these raids on the Kamal Nath government, for example, are an attempt to try to stoke instability. The Income Tax Authority, on the other hand, claims they have evidence of cash payments to your candidates.
Srinivas, these are separate issues that you are addressing together. One is the election where we didn't fare well. Now, this entire election came as a huge surprise to us. We were all on the ground, never felt that there was such a wave or such a tsunami coming at all.
You were a,
There was
you were
a
a
chance
candidate as
for
well
Modi
from
ji.
Jabalpur.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And people who were present in Jabalpur would tell me that it's a 50-50 situation. And this is not just me, it's the press, the media, everybody was saying that. But when it came to voting, it was just a one-sided voting. I really can't believe that such a voting could have taken place throughout India, because we didn't see this sort of a wave at all. Of course, we need to investigate further why all this has happened. Now, the point is that when you lose, and you lose on a scale that has happened today, there would be people who get unrestful, because there are lots of people who like to be with the party only when it's doing well. Many people would like to desert the party when the party is facing an uphill challenge. So these are challenging times for the Congress. The
But
real
Vivek-
people will stay with the Congress,
But Vivek Tankha,
and some deserters will leave the Congress.
no, but Vivek Tankha, you know, deserters aside, the fact is that questions are always asked of the leadership when you have this kind of a debacle. Now, in Madhya Pradesh, it was Mr. Kamal Nath who was leading both the state government and the party. He's also the Congress president. And now you have people saying that he needs to lose at least that job, and Jyotiraditya Scindia needs to step in. Do you agree?
Anyway, I would welcome a PCC president in Madhya Pradesh. In fact, if there was one earlier, it would have helped us much more, because a PCC is a separate setup in every state. There has to be a Pradesh Congress committee, because there are so many small issues which you want to take to the PCC, and the Chief Minister is always a very busy person. So combining two roles into one person always is a difficult task. So if we get a PCC president soon, it's going to be a welcome sign.
Did you-
And if Scindia ji can come, of course, all the more better.
Right. Did you feel that absence of having a party, backing a party structure when you were fighting your election?
I personally didn't, because my equation with the party leaders being on a very different plane, I could talk to them at any time, any moment. But I'm sure many others who didn't have the same equation must have been finding it difficult, because Mr. Kamal Nath was the only campaigner in this election in Madhya Pradesh out of our leaders. Mr. Digvijay Singh was busy with his own election. Mr. Scindia had additional responsibility of UP and was also grappling with his own chambal. And so, in a sense, we had only one campaigner. I wish we had more campaigners in Madhya Pradesh. The reason we won Madhya Pradesh in the assembly was we had more than one campaigner. And we were able to encircle the BJP from all sides. Now, this time, I didn't see that happening. I didn't see that happening at all. We were, and there was
Why not?
a Rashtravad connected with a Hindu chant, and
Right.
the two were being mixed into an election concoction. And Modi ji never took any candidate's name. He says you are voting for Modi, and Modi is going to
But-
be your defender of this country's borders,
Sure.
as if for 60 years this country was living in dangerous times.
Okay, but you're
So,
hold on.
as
You're
I said,
saying,
it was a very odd election.
but hold on. But you're saying something important. You're saying there was no campaigners in the way you surrounded the BJP in the assembly election. Who do you hold responsible for that? That's bad planning, is it not?
You can't. Yeah, because if you put all your best people all your best people in the contest, so automatically they can't be your full-time campaigners. Now, this happened in Madhya Pradesh also in 2004, I remember, when Mr. Digvijay Singh was the sole campaigner, and we didn't do well, if you remember.
Right.
There's assembly elections I'm talking of.
Right.
But this Vidhan Sabha election was a very well planned election. I remember sitting with Kamal Nath ji, Jyotiraditya ji, Digvijay ji and other leaders so many times, and we would plan every bit of the campaign.
Okay.
And it started at least 2 years in advance.
Right.
Now, all this planning which I saw in the Vidhan Sabha was
Yes.
not there in the Lok Sabha.
That's quite candid of you, I must say, to admit all of this, Vivek Tanka. But I want to ask you about these raids, because you also are a sort of a very senior counsel, a senior lawyer, so you must be aware that these raids, at the timing of them, how would you respond though to the charges? Because they claim that they have evidence,
Let me be very
recordings
candid.
of conversations purportedly showing crores of rupees being transferred to Congress candidates by associates of Mr. Kamal Nath.
Now let me be very candid. Tell me which political party is not giving money to its candidates in India. Tell me if BJP is not giving money to its candidates. Is it true? Where they're fighting without money? See their election expenses. Do they match with what they have spent in their constituencies? But there is a problem with the BJP. It is all the time attacking the opposition parties to weaken them. Now, in the course of election, which has never happened in India,
Yes.
it went and did these search and seizure operations
Yeah.
while the elections were on, basically to defame the Congress party and to give a bad name.
No, but
Now tell me,
no, one second.
if all the offices,
One second. While you're right
Yeah,
to
tell
say
me.
that all parties fund their candidates, the point is that are these funds being transferred? Are these funds which are within the limits of what is allowed as per the rules, right? Which is for a Lok Sabha election, it's between 50 to 70 lakhs. And the question, the number two question
70 lakhs is the
what
limit.
is the source? What is the source of these funds? Are these check payments made from the official account of the party, or are these off the book payments? Now, these payments which the IT department claims to have found, they say do not seem to add up. These seem to be dubious payments. What are you saying?
what IT department has done is a subject matter of challenge before the High Court.
Yeah.
The matter is sub judice. Even the satisfaction note has to be argued whether these search and operations were permissible, not permissible,
Right.
if they have been done, not done. All this will be argued before the High Court. But what is more surprising, in the High Court they give an affidavit that the material which led to the search is so confidential
Yes.
that we can't reveal it in court, even not give it to the petitioners.
Right.
I mean, Mr. Sibal and I were counsels in that case, so we know it firsthand. And the same material yesterday I saw on one of the channels being broadcast to the nation. Now, what cannot be opened in court, which is a matter in a sub judice matter, and
Yeah.
an affidavit is so confidential,
Yeah.
is being played to the world on a channel as if this is authentic material.
Right.
I think this is something which the courts will have to take a call.
I mean, it's
Some-
been
some-
happening
they
for
will have
5
to take
years.
a call. One,
There's nothing.
is this?
Okay. But
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I said, where is
But the
the system? Where is the governance?
Okay, I'll come back to you in a second. I just want to quickly go to Avi Singh and then I'm going to open it up. The fact that, the politics of it aside, I don't know if you had a chance to read the Indian Express piece, but it went into some pretty detailed supposed evidence of the fact that you've essentially caught something which we all know happens. That these payoffs are made, during elections.
Sorry, you
Yes,
haven't
sorry.
asked the question, so I'm preempting you.
No, go ahead.
We're conflating a lot of issues here, right? There is an income tax rate during an election, which is based, as Mr. Tanka just said, on a supposed information. So it has to have a basis in law. That's under challenge. I'm not going to get into that. However, there was a question raised that this income tax rate was prompted in support of one party during it. That's a question raised, not by me, during the election. If that is so, then the people raising that question have a possible challenge, whichever candidate is helped,
Right.
as a corrupt practice. I'm taking you back now to Raj Narayan, where chairs were put out.
Right.
So if you're using government machineries to target a particular candidate, that's a challenge.
Right.
So the income tax could not be used, and that's a challenge which can be brought. The second thing is, did this money go to a particular candidate? Now that somebody can challenge, none of them won, so there's no election to be overturned, but it could be challenged with an FIR. 14 crores approximately were recovered, not based on my information, from any candidate. So you can't challenge that. Diary entries, sometimes they matter, mostly
Okay.
courts have thrown them out.
Right.
So we have to take away and
You have to
sort
sort
of
of
pass out
dismantle-
all of these issues.
Okay, Vivek Reddy joining us on the show of the BJP. What do you make of what Vivek Tanka says, Vivek Reddy, that the fact is that all parties pay their candidates for elections, but the BJP ensures that you only target opposition parties? It's not as if BJP's own candidates don't get cash from its
Well, I
parent
don't
party.
think so. Well, I don't think this is right, Vasu. First of all, we regarding the raids, the
How do
raids
you-
are conducted on the basis of information received.
How does
And
the
the
BJP
sources of
candidates
information
fund their
could be
elections?
various. So therefore, they could not say,
How do BJP candidates
Vasu?
fund their elections?
well, the BJP candidates, they self-fund their elections. That is how it takes place. If you look at the ADR report yesterday, Vasu, very interesting facts come out. The average wealth of the Congress candidates is 34 crores of all
Okay.
the winning Congress MPs.
Okay.
And the average wealth of the BJP MPs is
Yes.
14 crores.
Okay.
So here you see the wealth disparity. I don't know
But
how the Congress gets into this preconceived notion
Huh.
that the BJP is fighting with a lot of wealth and they have no wealth.
But 14
They
crores is
have
also a
enough
lot
wealth.
of money, my friend.
And that is revealed by the sort of candidates that have gotten elected.
Fair enough. But 14 crores is not a small amount in a country like ours.
Well, that is the average amongst the candidates. The Congress has 34 crores.
Yes.
Other parties have more money. The BJP
But
has
as
the
a-
least.
okay, but you know,
And the
Jagdeep
stock from which the BJP is coming.
Jagdeep Chokhar of the ADR is with us, but if you look at the
Yes.
overall, if you're getting into that, I won't get into that too much, but if you look at the overall wealth that the BJP has as a party, the last time you declared your assets, you earned a revenue of 1,000 crores. 2017-18, the Congress earned 200 crores. You had 5x the amount sitting with you. But let me just quickly get in Jagdeep Chokhar on that point. That Jagdeep Chokhar, what do you make of this point that Vivek Tanka said that, okay, IT is raided, they may have found some evidence of payments, all parties do it, why only target us?
Well, the fact is that almost all candidates across the board from all political parties end up spending many times more than what they declare. And in 2009 election, when we analyzed the election expenditure affidavits
Yes,
of 6,753 candidates,
yes,
only 4 said that they had exceeded the limit.
right,
30 said that they had spent about 90 to 95% of the limit.
right,
The remaining 6719 out of 6753, which is 99.9 recurring percent,
yes,
said that they had spent only about half the amount,
right,
or half the limit. If some years later, a sitting minister of the then government, who unfortunately is not alive today,
yes,
said in a public meeting in Mumbai that he had spent 8 crores in that election.
yes, I know who you're referring to, yes,
Every candidate spends more than what they declare.
right,
Therefore, either Congress or BJP or TMC or AIDMK, there are no exceptions here.
yes,
But the point also is that, yes, a candidate may have, 34 crores of wealth or, 5 crores of wealth.
yeah,
The question is how much is spent on the election.
right,
The spending is actually a black box.
right,
And there are such hilarious situations
yes,
that a political party in its election expenditure statement says
yes,
that we have given X amount of money to a candidate, and the candidate in his election expenditure statement says, I have received Y amount from the party.
Right.
So this thing of election expenditure by parties and by candidates
That is
in a mess.
Okay, it's a black hole. But KC Tyagi, coming to the political point though, because the Congress is already on edge anyway in all these different states, and the allegation is that these raids that are being conducted are part of an effort by the BJP government to push it over the brink. As an ally of the BJP, do you object to this? आप object करते हैं इस पे?
नहीं, इस तरह की जो रेड हैं जिसका जिक्र तनखा साहब कर रहे हैं, हम तो 50 साल से देखते आ रहे हैं। हमारी पार्टी के नेताओं को जो आरोप आज ये लगा रहे हैं, सर्किट हाउस नहीं मिलते थे, जहाज नहीं मिलते थे, और जनसंघ और पुराना सोशलिस्ट मूवमेंट का समय का हम बताते हैं, एक एक जीप में हम चुनाव लड़ते थे। चुनाव महंगे हुए हैं 1971 के बाद, जब इंदिरा जी की वेव वाला चुनाव 71 का हुआ। आई रिमेम्बर 7 आल्सो।
नहीं, बट ये राजनीतिक रेड्स,
नहीं रेड पे आता हूं मैं।
नहीं, ये रेड्स जो राजनीतिक रेड्स का जो आरोप है कि आप सिर्फ विपक्षी दलों को ही रेड करते रहते हैं, ये क्या सही है?
देखिए, चोखर साहब बैठे हैं यहाँ पे, जगदीप चोखर जी बैठे हैं, और मैं इनका बड़ा सम्मान इसलिए करता हूँ कि पूरे चुनाव के दौरान इन्होंने जो कार्य किया है वो ना चुनाव आयोग कर पाया ना कोई और कर पाया।
त्यागी जी,
कई हजार करोड़ से ज्यादा, एक सेकंड, कई हजार करोड़ से ज्यादा की नकदी बरामद हुई है इस चुनाव में, सोना बरामद हुआ है, लेकिन चुनाव आयोग को जितना प्रॉम्प्टली एक्ट करना चाहिए था उतना नहीं किया। जहां तक इन रेड्स की बात है,
हाँ, रेड्स,
अगर
जी
जो इन रेड्स की बात है, अगर इसमें पैसा पाया गया है जैसा कि बताया गया है,
हाँ,
तो इसमें क्या गलत बात है? रेड्स तो अच्छा, फिर आप ये कहिए जो कांग्रेस पार्टी के टाइम पे रेड होती थी, हाँ, वो जेन्युइन थी, और अब जो रेड हो रही है पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड है। ये नहीं,
रेड तो अगर नहीं, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रहा हूं। मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि आप रेड करिए, सब पे करिए, लेट इट ऑल कम आउट, बट व्हाई ओनली रेड वन साइड?
That's a corrupt practice.
अगर आप एक ही साइड पे करते रहेंगे तो क्या बाकी सब पार्टियां दूध में धुली हैं कि वो काला धन स्पेंड नहीं कर रही हैं?
नहीं, मैं तो अपनी पार्टी के बारे में कह सकता हूं, और मुझे चोखर साहब से शिकायत रहती है कि जिन पार्टी को पैसा डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेटली ज्यादा मिला है, मेरी पार्टी जेडीयू का नाम नहीं है, तो हर बार यही कहते हैं जब तुम कुछ करते नहीं तो हम तुम्हारा नाम क्यों रखें? 6 पार्टियों के नाम आते हैं,
विवेक तनखा,
उसमें हमारी पार्टी का नाम नहीं आता।
अच्छा, but Vivek Tanka, this is not so much a debate tonight about political financing of, I mean, the funding of elections, but what about this counter charge then, that this is simply old bad practices of the Congress to which you are now being paid back in coin?
Srinivas, when there was a point of time when with the law ministry, we were all part of a group which were to bring election reforms in India, and we traveled to different regions at that time.
Yes.
I still remember the biggest point that was being made out everywhere was how to curb money and muscle in politics.
Right.
It still remains unaddressed, and believe me, good people are finding it very difficult to survive in politics.
Okay,
educated people, professionals, they just can't compete in politics because politics has been taken over by people who have muscle and money.
That's an important but a different point. No, that's an important but a different point. I'm asking you that the allegation is against you that today you are facing these raids. You are saying these are politically motivated raids to destabilize your government. You used to do the same thing. Now you're being paid back in coin. Are you worried, Vivek Tanka, that your Madhya Pradesh government, Madhya Pradesh government is under threat? Is it under threat?
Let me clarify 2 points immediately. First of all, Madhya Pradesh government is not under threat. BJP wants it to be under threat. Mr. Kamal Nath called a meeting of the MLAs day before yesterday. All 121 MLAs were there. There's no dissension.
Okay.
We are all united. This
Okay.
government is stable. It's not going to fall. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, tell me in the history of India where in a running election during Congress regime they
Yes.
have raided an office or anybody connected with the political party.
Yes.
Now, in this case, the aides, I believe, whose homes were raided or offices were aided,
Yes.
there was nothing found.
Right.
And what has been found is in somebody else's home, which is
Right.
being now fixed as something connected with them.
Okay.
And connected with Mr. Kamal
Okay,
Nath.
Vivek
So
Reddy.
it's a far-fetched theory.
Okay.
Which
Okay, you're saying far-fetched theory. Vivek Reddy, is the BJP using the weapon of tax authorities to destabilize these governments, Congress governments, Congress Mukt Bharat? It's true, the Congress's house in these states may not be in order,
Certainly
but are
not.
you also stoking the fire, using every instrument at your disposal, whether it's Karnataka, whether it's Madhya Pradesh?
Certainly not, Vasu. I think if ever raids have occurred, it is based on various sources. So the sources the department has, it has to reveal. I don't think it is as Vivek Tanka makes out. Like in Karnataka, when the contractors were raided, we found that huge amounts had flown out of the treasury as on the basis by saying that they are mobilization advances without the proper contractual mechanism that is going through. So this is how sleaze money was sought to be pushed into the polls. And I think the department had these sources because it was being done in such a brazen manner. Similarly in Madhya Pradesh and similarly in Vellore. So the department has its own leads. We also find that
during
in
the-
every state, Vasu, irrespective of BJP state or
But
Congress
during,
state or
but as
any other
Vivek
state,
Tanka says,
we find in every state
Vivek, as
that there
Vivek
are-
Tanka says,
there
during
are-
a running campaign,
Yes,
when the campaign is on, has one ever heard of people being raided? Chief Minister's associates being raided during a
political
running
parties
campaign?
or
But
that,
why
yes.
not? I mean, if
Tell me when
I
it-
really don't understand. I really don't understand Vivek Tanka's logic because let me just come in. I don't understand Vivek Tanka's logic because in Karnataka you found them in preparation of using this money, which went up to hundreds of crores. In Madhya Pradesh also we found them in preparation to use this money and to corrupt the process.
Right.
So the department was ultimately right. In Kanimoli's case, it was not right. It said so. It was not right. It honestly came out and said so. So after being caught
How
with
nice
all
of
this
them.
sleaze money, I don't think Vivek Tanka is justified in saying, look here, no, you should not have done it.
Okay.
Well, the moot question is,
Right.
you should never be found with those money, with that kind of money.
Okay.
There is no explanation for that today.
Okay.
Did they
Aarti-
find anything with the aids? The question is,
Yeah.
did they find anything with the aids? Nothing at all. That and yet everything is being attributed to the government. That's what
But-
I'm trying to say. That even if you have found something in a third party's office,
You know,
Yes.
Kamal
you are
Nath was
attributing
found.
that first to the aides and then to Mr. Kamal
Kamal
Nath
Nath's
and setting
chelas
up a
were
story
found.
and then
Right.
giving it to a channel, to play some.
So why should
pre-recorded,
Kamal Nath be concerned
tapes.
about it?
I mean, the
But
conversation.
Vivek,
Why should Kamal Nath be
tell me-
concerned about it,
Yeah.
Vivek Tanka? It does not pertain to him.
But you are not.
Don't
you,
be concerned about it at all.
No, so, would you be happy if
You
if,
found that in
no?
Karnataka,
Then would
all
you be
the
happy
leaders
if the
came to
same
the
thing
streets
happens
on
to
these
your
days.
chief ministers? You think it's a good situation if your chief minister was facing all this?
Well, if there are leads,
I mean, what is all this? I mean,
If
is this
there are
a con-
leads,
I
the
mean,
department
is this
would have done it.
democracy? Is this rule of law or
if
what?
there are leads, they would have done it.
Okay,
That is
one
one.
second. No.
Second is,
One
the
second,
second
gentlemen.
is the chief
One second,
ministers
Vivek
who have
Reddy.
been identified here are the
one
ones
sec, Vivek
who
Reddy,
had this
just a
kind of
second.
money.
Vivek Reddy, just a second. Aarti, is it, I mean, again, of course, one could allege that this is politics behind all of this, but as you were saying at the outset, is it also the Congress which is itself not able to keep its house in order? Like in Gujarat, for example, today again we hear that there are resignations, there are no raids.
No, absolutely. I mean, while you know, you can ask questions about why only one party is being raided and so on, and certainly it looks suspicious because during the course of the elections, I think it was the Arunachal, chief minister,
Yes.
whose car was caught with,
Yes.
lots of crores of rupees
Cash,
and
yes.
cash, but nothing was, no action was taken, no income tax, authorities were called in. But the fact is that the trouble, the rumblings in the Congress started long before the raids. The rumblings in the Congress started almost immediately after the results came in. And, you know, actually from the time of the CWC meeting, where Rahul offered to resign and Rahul pointed fingers at senior Congress leaders who he felt had spent more time in promoting and campaigning for their sons than in helping the party win. And what we're seeing today, because some of the chief ministers who he had pointed fingers at were the Rajasthan chief minister and the Madhya Pradesh chief minister. So what you're seeing today actually is a fallout of that.
Right.
And
more than anything else.
And more than anything else. I mean, after all, there are calls in the Madhya Pradesh Congress for Jyotiraditya Scindia to take over. There are one minister has resigned in the Rajasthan government. 2 other ministers have called for action. So, you know, I mean, there's trouble brewing everywhere.
And in fact, we just heard Vivek Tanka himself admit, he said that literally this time you were fighting an election in Madhya Pradesh without a state party chief because Kamal Nath was so busy as chief minister. But last question before we let you go, Vivek Tanka, because I believe you sort of need to be somewhere else. There is not just a crisis at the state level at the moment in the states, but even at the center, we are not sure tonight as we are on air whether you actually have a Congress president or not. Rahul Gandhi is sticking to his stand that he does not want to take back his resignation. What would you like to see happen, Vivek Tanka? Should we respect, you think you should respect Rahul's decision or he should change his mind?
No. First of all, I respect everybody's decision. That is a call which an individual takes. But my problem is, and our problem which I foresee, the way Rahul fought this election, nobody else could have done it. He did his best, we all did our best. That we didn't succeed is another story. Now,
so if
we want to substitute Rahul by somebody else, if you want to substitute Rahul by somebody else, I don't see anybody there. If there was somebody in front, of course, there would be a choice. But today, I don't see a choice in front of us. And the way Rahul fought this election, and for him, it was, he built up a campaign. The campaign may not have succeeded. That's our misfortune that we didn't succeed. But there was no let up in effort. So the Congress party appreciates his effort and the way he fought this battle. But we would like him to continue for no other reason that we don't have anybody else who can lead us today.
Okay.
I would put it this way.
Okay. All right. At least, well, thanks for thanks at least for being candid about your views, Vivek Tanka. We'll let you go, but of course, Kumar Ketkar, another senior congressman, is joining us as we go from one to the other. But KC Tyagi, I just want to ask you, because I think you wanted to jump in to this debate. KC Tyagi.
Yes, मैं उस पॉइंट पर अपनी बात कहना चाहता था
जी।
अब ये आज कहते हैं कि हमारी सरकार को डीस्टेबलाइज किया जा रहा है। अभी मैं किताब को खत्म किया है जो मधु दंडवत है इन पार्लियामेंट। 50 बार से ज्यादा बार कांग्रेस पार्टी ने नॉन कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट को डीस्टेबलाइज किया जबकि वो मेजोरिटी में थे।
50 बार
50 टाइम्स। और एक किस्सा अगर नहीं सुनाऊं 50 बार
50
और एक
times.
किस्सा अगर नहीं सुनाऊंगा तो मेरी बात पूरी नहीं होगी। हाँ, क्योंकि मैं उसमें विटनेस था जिस समय एनटीआर को डीथ्रोन किया गया, उस समय भी उनके पास मेजोरिटी थी और यहाँ पर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, चरण सिंह, सब नेताओं के नेतृत्व में हम लोग राष्ट्रपति भवन पे धरना रखे हुए थे। एनटीआर चलते हैं हैदराबाद से, सारे एमपीज को
ठीक है, तो आप कह रहे हैं
परेड करनी है जाकर के राष्ट्रपति के,
ठीक है,
राष्ट्रपति के यहाँ उस ट्रेन की स्पीड कम कर दी, उस स्पीड की ट्रेन कम कर दी और एमएलए राइट टाइम पर राष्ट्रपति से मिलने नहीं आ सके। तो
त्यागी जी आपसे हमेशा वी गेट ग्रेट हिस्ट्री फ्रॉम यू वी गेट ग्रेट हिस्ट्री फ्रॉम यू। जगदीप चोखर, यस।
I just comment in spite of the interesting history that we've been hearing, I want to point out two facts which I've just heard on this program. One political party representative said that for no government raids any political party during the election. So there is seemed to be some kind of an unwritten fact that during the election, political parties are to be spared the functioning of the law. The other political party person says, why were they caught? They should not have kept this money so blatantly. They should have kept it carefully. If you don't get caught, it's all right. The point is,
I'm not sure if he quite said that, but yeah, go
all
ahead.
political parties are in it, and no political party wants financial transparency.
Right.
That is why the government has given an affidavit in the Supreme Court
Right.
that political parties should not be under the RTI, with the Central Information Commission has said.
Okay.
So all political parties are the same. One who gets caught cries foul. One who catches smiles with smugness. That's about it.
Okay, Avi Singh, very quickly.
Yes, I mean, certainly, as Mr. Chokas says, it's a bit of an omerta. But I think this very key question is, did these raids happen without any political influence? That has to be looked into, because if there is, it does amount to corrupt practices.
How will we? How does one ever? How will
No,
we ever
because
know? So-
what is the secret note, which is the basis of the raid?
Right.
Those records have to be looked at. But 3,000 crores approximately of cash was seized during the election. Each one of those should have an investigation. Each one of those 3,000 crores
Of course.
should be followed through,
Right.
and that would mean that the rule of law is being followed
Okay.
without discrimination,
Right.
because that will indicate that 3,000 crores in cash seized is more than the amount allowed to be spent by all the principal candidates of the major parties.
Okay, okay. Thanks very much indeed. Vishwas Sarang, who's a former minister and co-in-charge Haryana BJP, he's joining us from Bhopal, and also Pratap Singh, Transport Minister, is joining us from Rajasthan. But Kumar Ketkar, first, to the point that KC Tyagi is making, and also what Aarti was saying, you are saying that this is all, because of political vendetta, your governments are being destabilized, but isn't this entire crisis of your own making? Whether it's in Maharashtra, whether it's in Karnataka, whether it's in
No, that
Rajasthan, and Madhya Pradesh.
Parties organizationally weak, financially in trouble, is of course creation of our own party. Organizationally weak, you cannot blame on BJP or anybody else. But the point is,
But
what is
leadership,
happening?
leadership.
But what is happening is the kind of raids and the kind of terror tactics and the kind of fear mongering that is taking place is obviously BJP's creation, and that's what they have shown. I don't want to take names, but in Maharashtra, one former minister was in jail for 2.5 years. He belonged to NCP, Congress Alliance,
Right.
and he was in jail for 2.5 years.
Right.
And after 2.5 years, nothing has happened.
Right.
I mean, he has not been charged with any specific crime. Nothing has been found, and he has been left. Then there are some other ministers, former ministers, even former chief minister, who has been brought into the BJP by almost threatening them. By if you don't, then we will investigate into things. Either you go to jail or you join BJP.
Right.
So they preferred obviously going to BJP rather than going to jail.
Right.
But this was clearly a blackmailing threat that was going on, and that is happening. I mean, let us not unnecessarily fool ourselves that this is not happening.
Okay, let me just go across to Vishwas Sarang. विश्वास जी, आप ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं भोपाल से, क्या ये एक राजनीतिक रेड्स हैं जो आप करवा रहे हैं कमलनाथ सरकार पर, क्योंकि आप उनकी सरकार को तोड़कर अपनी बनाना चाहते हैं?
देखिए बड़ा आश्चर्य का विषय है। मुख्य मुद्दा यह नहीं है कि रेड हुई या नहीं हुई, मुख्य मुद्दा यह है कि रेड में पैसा पकड़ाया या नहीं पकड़ाया।
जी,
असली मुद्दा यह उठता है, यदि उन आयकर के छापों में, उस रेड में यदि कुछ नहीं पकड़ाता, कोई सबूत नहीं होते, कोई दस्तावेज नहीं होते, तो आप इसको कह सकते थे कि यह पॉलिटिकल राइवलरी है, पॉलिटिकल दुश्मनी है। जब छापों में करोड़ों रुपए की बेनामी संपत्ति, और अब तो आज नई बात आई गई कि दस्तावेज जो सीबीआई को दिए गए उसमें स्पष्ट हुआ कि 11 कैंडिडेट को पैसा पहुंचाया गया, कांग्रेस के कार्यालय में पैसा पहुंचाया गया। बड़ी शर्म की बात है कि उसमें यह भी डिटेल मिले हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश के अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट से कितने कितने करोड़ रुपए कांग्रेस कार्यालय में पहुंचे। अब हम अपनी फेस सेविंग के लिए ये कहना कि ये राजनीतिक रंजिश के कारण है, इससे गैर जिम्मेदाराना और कुछ नहीं हो सकता।
सवाल ये आया था विवेक तनखा से कि क्या सिर्फ कांग्रेस ही खर्चती है इस किस्म से, अपने कैंडिडेट्स को पैसे देती है, भाजपा नहीं देती? भाजपा चुनाव कैसे लड़ती है फिर?
नहीं, देखिए बड़ा आश्चर्य, मुझे बड़ा आश्चर्य, मुख्य मुद्दा यह है कि ये रेड में पकड़ाए कैसे पैसे, ये दस्तावेज कहां से आए?
लाख में करती है।
हाँ विश्वास जी, भाजपा सिर्फ अपना
90 लाख रुपए
लिमिट के अंदर
दिए,
सब चेक से आता है पैसा, सब
सीधी
वाइट
में
में खर्च होता है।
Self-financed, Vivek Reddy said.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में सब चेक से पैसा आता है, आप उठा कर देखिए। मैं
एक
हरियाणा
सेकंड,
में कोई इंचार्ज था, हमने पूरा पैसा, जितना पैसा लिया सब,
जी बोलिए,
सब चेक से लिया, हम सब एक नंबर से पैसा लिया, हमने
सब एक नंबर से लिया और कैंडिडेट्स ने भी सब एक नंबर से खर्च किया,
नंबर पे किया पूरा।
ये तो
निश्चित रूप से मुझे बड़ा आश्चर्य है यदि कांग्रेस के नेता ये कह रहे हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी भी ऐसा करती है तो हम भी करेंगे।
नहीं, मेरा सवाल यह है, जगदीप चोखर आना चाहते हैं इसमें कि आपका जो डिक्लेरेशन है एसेट्स का, उसमें आप 50% अनडिस्क्लोज बताते हैं, अनडिस्क्लोज, ऑल पार्टीज डू इट, आप भी करते हैं जगदीप चोखर।
देखिए, सबसे अच्छी बात तो यह है कि जो पकड़ा नहीं गया उसने कुछ नहीं किया। इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स भी इंट्रोड्यूस हुए हैं, वो भी सारा पैसा चेक से आ रहा है, किसी को पता नहीं कहां से आ रहा है। एक पार्टी को 95% मिलता है, एक पार्टी को 5% मिलता है। लेकिन मैं ये नहीं कहना चाहता कि एक पार्टी दूसरी पार्टी से अच्छी है कि खराब है। सिंपल सी बात है, दी कंट्री नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड that political parties consider themselves above the law. The same two political parties which are fighting now in the FCRA case, when Delhi High Court held both these parties guilty of having violated FCRA, they continued to amend the FCRA retrospectively, even the act which was even the act which was dead for 8 years.
Right.
And a representative of these parties in a
so on this
program with you, Sabasu,
yes,
he said the only other option was to prosecute these two parties. Therefore, both parties agreed that the law should be amended.
Right.
So political parties are all together.
Right.
What we are seeing on the screen is just a play that happens all the time.
Okay, I like that you said कि जो पकड़ा गया, जो नहीं पकड़ा गया, वो he's what is
honest.
नहीं, जिसके ऊपर रेड ही नहीं हुई,
जो पकड़ा गया,
पकड़ा नहीं गया,
प्रताप सिंह
पकड़ा गया वो चोर है।
प्रताप सिंह जी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। मैं प्रताप सिंह जी, ट्रांसपोर्ट मिनिस्टर राजस्थान। प्रताप सिंह जी, ये बताइए दैट अगेन राजस्थान में अब वी कैन गो ऑन ब्लेमिंग बीजेपी, बट नमस्कार, आप भाजपा को एक्यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बात यह है कि खुद आपके घर के अंदर ही इतना टर्मोइल है, आरोप लगाए जा रहे हैं कि अशोक गहलोत जी पूरा टाइम अपने पुत्र के उसमें वो हो गए, अस्त व्यस्त हो गए, आप पूरा हार गए। क्या आप मानते हैं?
देखिए, एक बात आप मानकर चलिए, चार महीने पहले राजस्थान में कांग्रेस की सरकार बनी, बड़ा मैंडेट हमको मिला, 101 एमएलए हमारे कांग्रेस के हैं, बाकी 15 लोग जो हमारे समर्थित थे वो कांग्रेस के ही सारे लोग जीत कर आए, और बीजेपी पूरे देश में चुनाव जीती है, इसमें कोई दोहराई नहीं, हम स्वीकार करते हैं। लेकिन बीजेपी पहली बार ऐसा देखा है कि कोई सिर्फ बीजेपी को तो राजधर्म नहीं निभाना है, सिर्फ कांग्रेस को राजधर्म निभाना है, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है। बीजेपी को एक बात तय करनी पड़ेगी, आप चुनाव जीत गए हैं, आप विनम्र होइए, आप विनम्र होकर आगे बढ़कर अपोजिशन का सम्मान करना, देश के वोटर का सम्मान करना।
लेकिन प्रताप सिंह जी,
जीतते ही है तो ऐसे मानसिक संतुलन बिगड़ गया, वैसे बड़ी बड़ी बातें करना,
लेकिन प्रताप सिंह जी उस पे बीजेपी
घमंड की भाषा बोलना, घमंड छोड़कर राजधर्म निभाइए, स्वीकार कीजिए कि हम सबका सम्मान करते हैं।
प्रताप सिंह जी, मैं कह रहा हूं कि बीजेपी की बात बाद में करते हैं। आप जो बता रहे थे कि आपकी इतनी अच्छी बड़ी बहुमत आई विधानसभा चुनाव में, वो तो पूरा सफा चट हो गया, उसकी वजह क्या है? क्या आप मानते हैं कि अशोक गहलोत जी जिम्मेदार हैं?
देखिए, एक बात आप मानकर चलिए, कभी भी जिम्मेवारी किसी एक व्यक्ति की नहीं होती है, पूरी पार्टी की होती है, जिम्मेवार हम सब हैं।
अच्छा,
आप ये मानकर चलिए, केंद्र के मुद्दे अलग होते हैं, राज्य के मुद्दे अलग होते हैं।
नहीं तो क्यों हार
जब
गए
स्टेट का चुनाव हो रहा था, हम सब जगह जीत कर आए, 4 महीने में हमारे काम को, और ये जो पार्लियामेंट का चुनाव हुआ है वो अलग मुद्दों पर लड़ा गया, स्टेट का चुनाव अलग मुद्दों पर लड़ा गया, बड़ी हार हमारी हुई है। लेकिन हम किसी एक व्यक्ति को टारगेट करके कह दें ये तो बीजेपी के लोगों का काम है पूरी सब जगह हवा फैलाना, कभी हार हो जाती है। हार का मतलब ये नहीं कि हम पलायन कर जाएं, हमें वोट दिया, मैंडेट दिया राजस्थान की जनता ने सरकार में बैठकर काम करने का, काम करेंगे। और राजस्थान में 5 वर्ष तक, मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, 5 वर्ष तक मोदी जी की सरकार रहेगी और 5 वर्ष हमारी रहेगी। कंपटीशन है, हमारा काम मोदी सरकार से अच्छा होगा, ये वक्त बताएगा, आप देख लेना। वो आगे 5 वर्ष 4 महीने हमारे कम
वो देखते हैं। आप
तो 5 वर्ष वो भी राज करेंगे, 5 वर्ष राजस्थान।
अच्छा, पहले आप अपना सरकार तो संभालिए, बट ये जो ज्ञानदेव आहूजा है जो भाजपा के, जो कह रहे थे कि कुछ 10 या 15 एमएलए आपके,
सरकार
नहीं, एक
संभली हुई
सेकंड,
है,
10
कोई
या
दिक्कत
15
नहीं है सरकार को।
अच्छा ठीक है, 10 से 15 कांग्रेस के एमएलए ज्ञानदेव जी कह रहे हैं कि भाजपा के टच में हैं राजस्थान में। ऐसा सही
कौन
है?
से ज्ञानदेव जी कह रहे हैं? ज्ञानदेव जी की किसी बात का, ज्ञानदेव आहूजा की आप कह रहे हैं क्या?
हाँ,
उनकी बात को बीजेपी सीरियस नहीं लेती, आप उनकी बात कर रहे हैं। ज्ञानदेव जी आहूजा की बात को भारतीय जनता पार्टी सीरियस नहीं लेती। टच में है या नहीं है कोई, ऐसे कोई
वो तो
ये
भाजपा
कोई
के नेता
रास्ते में
हैं।
पड़ा हुआ पत्थर नहीं है कि उठा के आप ले लो। आप निश्चिंत रहिए, बीजेपी को मेरा खुला चैलेंज है।
अच्छा।
बीजेपी आप 15 तो छोड़िए, एक तो लेकर जाए, ऐसे कभी होता है क्या?
ओके।
बीजेपी के नेता जो
विवेक
बड़ी बड़ी
रेड्डी।
बातें कर रहे हैं, राज्य में सिर्फ बातों तक सीमित है। बात
ओके।
करना आसान है, काम करना बहुत मुश्किल है।
Okay, Vivek Reddy, respond to that. You barely won this victory. Instead of celebrating it, your leadership is out to unsettle these elected state governments.
Well, Vasu, first of all, let us make it clear that whether it is West Bengal or whether it is Madhya Pradesh or whether it is Karnataka, there is bound to be a huge rebellion within the Congress or within the TMC having regard to the sort of election results that have come. Now, this rebellion is very evident in Karnataka. It is also evident in Madhya Pradesh. And in TMC, you found the whole lot coming and joining BJP openly. So there is no question of destabilization by the BJP. The real question is,
Right.
why can't the Congress hold its fold together?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Okay.
Now, in democracy,
Kumar,
if
get
they
to
are
respond.
unable to hold their fold,
Right.
they cannot simply go about blaming the other parties.
Okay, Kumar Ketkar, why can't you hold your flock together?
Well, so
They're
far,
running with open arms.
so far, no fort has been actually dented. This is all talk in the air. Maybe it will be dented or it may not be dented. But at present, we are presuming that all these 3 forts will be dented and they will break and the BJP government will come. Let it come if it wants to. But so far, there is no dent. Why are we presuming that the BJP game will succeed? Are we supposed to play the BJP game?
No, because your MLAs are in touch.
Are in
your
touch
MLAs,
is
they are
who is
meeting.
saying this?
In Karnataka,
But
2 of your
who
MLAs
is-
went. No, they
Okay,
openly
who is
went
it?
and met SM
Okay,
Krishna, who is of the BJP.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what do we
have
assume
they
from that?
Have they declared that they are joining BJP? They may. In Maharashtra, 3 of them have joined. In
You
Maharashtra,
are saying there's no crisis? No, but hold
I am
on.
not saying there is no crisis.
You are saying there is a crisis.
No. I am saying, of course, it's public knowledge that
Okay.
there is a crisis in Congress. Nobody is denying it.
Okay.
But the question is that all these votes have been dented.
Right.
Is a conclusion you have drawn before they have been dented.
Okay, are we drawing
Actually,
conclusions here, or are we? I mean,
No. I think
know,
what's
it's
happening in
it's
the Congress
open,
is quite
it's a-
quite open. It's quite
Yeah.
public. It's quite evident. But I do feel that the BJP need not have shown its hand so openly. This crisis, this Congress is imploding. You can see it imploding. The BJP
Sit back
just had
and-
to sit back and watch it implode. It may take a little longer. It may not happen tomorrow. But this is the problem with the BJP: the impatience that it has to happen immediately. We want to
They
show.
are not sure of tomorrow.
No, but it's
I
not
don't
just the
know.
impatience, because are MLAs running towards one party? Are they running, as Vivekji says, towards the BJP? Because if there's an allegation, let's say it came from the BSP MLA in Madhya Pradesh, I was offered 50 crores. Well, let's investigate that also. Because there were things taped in Karnataka about actual money being exchanged hands
Yes.
for MLAs. Each one of those, that's a corrupt practices. If an MLA is being paid for their vote, that's
Yeah.
a corrupt practices.
Yeah.
All of these practices have to, because let us not assume that this is a fair exchange of ideology, etc. If there are money being exchanged
Right.
for MLAs, then each one of those threats or money have
should
to
be
be
investigated. It never happens, unfortunately.
Exactly.
विश्वास सारंग जी, ये बताइए, आप कह रहे थे कि भाजपा सब व्हाइट कैश की पार्टी है, तो ये जो सारे एमएलए आपके पास आ रहे हैं, कर्नाटक हो या कहाँ, ये किस वजह से आ रहे हैं?
फ्री में आ रहे हैं, फ्री
ये
में।
फ्री में आ रहे हैं? ये सिर्फ भाजपा से उनको
Ideology
इतनी
विवेक जी ने
प्रेम हो गई
विवेक
है
जी
कि
ने
वो
बहुत अच्छी बात बोली।
हिंदुत्व
मुफ्त में आ रहे हैं।
हिंदुत्व का प्रेम हो गया उनको।
वासु
जी
वा-
जी विश्वास जी,
वासु लेट मी फिनिश।
जी।
विवेक जी जो बोल रहे हैं बिल्कुल ठीक बात है। ये बेसिकली देखिए, डूबती हुई जब नैया होती है, जब जहाज डूबने वाला होता है, तो इसी तरह भगदड़ मचती है। जिस पार्टी का राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष खुद कह रहा है कि मैं कैपेबल नहीं हूं राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष रहने के, वहां के विधायक कैसे रहेंगे पार्टी में?
Yes.
और जिस प्रकार की अराजकता फैली हुई है मध्य प्रदेश में, अभी मैं आपको यहां बताना चाहता हूं, आप मध्य प्रदेश की राजनीतिक परिदृश्य से शायद वाकिफ नहीं होंगे। जिस प्रकार से यहां पर अराजकता फैली है, जिस प्रकार से यहां पर तबादला उद्योग चल रहा है, ट्रांसफर को लेकर जो भ्रष्टाचार मचा हुआ है, जिस प्रकार से यहां पर जनता में कांग्रेस के प्रति रोष है, कल से यहां पर बड़ा एक किसान आंदोलन खड़ा होने वाला है, किसान आत्महत्या कर रहे हैं, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पूरी तरह खत्म हो गया, सरेराह लोगों को मारा जा रहा है। 29 में से 28 सीट हम जीत गए, इसी तरह 25 में से 25 सीट हम राजस्थान में जीत गए।
नहीं, बट आप कह रहे हैं
लोग 4 महीने पहले जिताया नहीं। मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं, अभी प्रताप जी ये कह रहे हैं कि 4 महीने में हमने बहुत कुछ कर दिया और उसी का परिणाम है। इसका मतलब वो कह रहे हैं कि दिल्ली के मुद्दे अलग थे और प्रदेश के मुद्दे अलग थे। मतलब यह है कि सीधे सीधे वो राहुल गांधी पर एलिगेशन लगा रहे हैं। राहुल गांधी ने अशोक गहलोत पर एलिगेशन लगाया और प्रताप जी राहुल गांधी पर एलिगेशन लगा रहे हैं कि उनकी हार है। देखिए पूरे देश में कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं में कंफ्यूजन है।
अच्छा ठीक है,
पूरा कंफ्यूजन है कांग्रेस के नेताओं में, और आप इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। आज वासु में
भ्रष्टाचार है, वही आपको खत्म करेगा।
अच्छा ठीक है,
वासु लेट मी फिनिश।
ओके, वी आर आउट ऑफ टाइम।
वासु, आज मैं फोरकास्ट कर रहा हूं एनडीटीवी में, आप ध्यान रखिएगा आगे आने वाले दिनों में कांग्रेस में एक वर्टिकल डिवीजन होगा, कांग्रेस पार्टी 2 फाड़ होंगी।
और कांग्रेस में अभी तक 10 दफा हुआ है, 1969 में
ये देखिए 2 फाड़ होंगी कांग्रेस की। देयर विल बी अ वर्टिकल डिवीजन विद इन द पार्टी।
कांग्रेस की पुरानी परंपरा है।
वर्टिकल स्प्लिट्स।
Okay, we're out of time. What is there left to split?
आप देख लीजिएगा, वर्टिकल स्प्लिट होगा। देश में हर हिस्से में दो हिस्से में कांग्रेस बटेगी।
Let's see. Out of time. Thank you very much for joining us. That's it on Reality Check. Good night.
Thank you.